All right, let's get to this weekend. This weekend, I like this picture. There's Aaron Scott and Beasley out of Belleville with a picture, and they're excited. They've got their upper lip, or Beasley does. He's got his hand up there. Remember, that means they're excited. So they're excited about the weekend at Michigan. But look at what Michigan has going on. Jordan Marshall out of Cincinnati, Ohio. He is in Ann Arbor. All right, Aaron Scott, the D original, talking about these Buckeye State players in Ann Arbor. Bryce West last weekend, and now look at Aaron Scott this weekend, the 6 foot, 174-pound, a corner out of Springfield, Ohio. He's in. Here's a 4-star offensive tackle coming in. Wow, 6'8", 273 out of Texas. I don't know, because Michigan, can they fit another Michael Uni? Can they fit another tackle in? I don't know, maybe. Here's one of the commits, Andrew Sprague out of KC. He's in. The aforementioned linebacker prospect, Jeremiah Beasley. That's looking good for the maize and blue for Beasley. The 4-star out of Ohio, Ted Hammond. Just noticing a theme there out of Ohio. Here's Devin Baxter, a defensive end. You know, if you're a defensive end edge, why wouldn't you take a trip to Michigan and try to get in? Baxter sounds like a smart kid to me. Here's a 4-star in Luke Hamilton out of Avon, Ohio. Blake Frazier, the 4-star out of Texas. Ben Roebuck, the 4-star out of Ohio. Look at them all. Garnera is in and visiting. Ponte Vedra in Florida, the center prospect. What a weekend for Michigan. Also, a verbal commitment, Jacob Oden. Well, if things don't work out on the football field, I think they will. Sounds like he could be a budding recruiting coordinator one day for Michigan. That's the way things are going right now. So a star-studded list for the Wolverines if they're able to even get, half of those guys or whatever. And they're looking good for a lot of them. You see this picture, and one of them is Scott, and then people are talking about Michigan and Ohio State, which is, most of you all like recruiting, but if you don't, just talking about Michigan over Ohio State, or the battle of Michigan and Ohio State, Michigan and the state of Ohio, it's all fun. And if you just look, I put up the top 7 players from the state of Ohio, according to Rivals. Bryce West announced that he is down to Michigan and Ohio State. So it is clearly a battle between the Wolverines and the Buckeyes, with the number 1 player in the state of Ohio. The number 2 player, Michigan's already got him. He's in Ann Arbor. Jordan Marshall, the running back. Brian Robinson, the number 3 player. Michigan is in a good spot. I don't know. I think myself that Robinson's waiting for that OSU offer. But, it wouldn't be a huge surprise if Michigan got Robinson. And here's Aaron Scott, who we just talked about. The top 2 corners from the state of Ohio. If Michigan was able to get not 1, but 2 corners, the 2 top corners from the state of Ohio, what would that mean for this rivalry? What would that mean? You try to put yourself in the shoes of an Ohio State fan. I know, difficult to do, but you panic is what you would do. You would panic if the Buckeyes, if you were an OSU fan and you lost West and Scott to Michigan. Let's be honest about that.